Hi there, Jenny at Clover and Violet here, and I'm coming to you today with a quick, easy tutorial to make a zipper pouch, just like this. Zipper pouches are one of my favorite things to give as gifts, and once you can install the top zipper, you can make your pouch any size you like. So in this tutorial, while we'll be making a pouch that starts with a piece of 7-inch high by 9-inch wide fabric, you can really use this technique on any size you like for any pouch you like. So let's get started. Here we have the pieces to make your zipper pouch. The pieces I'm using for this video are 9 inches wide by 7 inches high, and then I used a spice jar to draw my rounded corner. You can make your pouch whatever size you want, but you're going to need 2 body pieces and then 2 lining pieces, all 4 cut to the same size. I've used Pellon Fusible Thermolam on the back of mine and then just quilted it. You can see better from the back, with some wavy lines on my sewing machine. And then you're also going to need zipper tabs. These are cut to 1.25 inches. The zipper tape on my zipper is 1 inch wide. So this way, when I sew the tabs on the end, there will be a little bit of room for trimming and if it gets crooked or whatever. So you're also going to want a zipper that's longer than your pouch. If your zipper is the exact same size as your pouch, that's also fine, but I like to cut off the metal teeth of my zipper, just because if I run over that with my sewing machine by accident, that's going to cause a big mess. And I usually buy my zippers plenty long, so that way they'll fit any size pouch, and then I just trim them down. So let's work on sewing the tabs on our zipper. First, you're going to take your tab piece, so 1.25 inches by 2 inches, and you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to fold about 1/4 inch towards the center line like this. This space is empty, and that's what we're going to sew over when we assemble the pouch so that we don't run into the zipper teeth. So I'm going to take my zipper over to the sewing machine. I'm going to trim the edge of the zipper off right here. So I'm just going to cut those little metal teeth off. I don't use my fabric scissors for this. And then I'm just going to sew this piece onto my zipper like so. I'll be right back. Alright, so here you have your zipper tab. You can see I sewed it on right near the edge. I like to sew one line forward and then one line back again. A lot of tutorials tell you to sew your zipper closed. I'm just going to say I don't do that, and I've never had a problem. So here's how your zipper is going to zip. Now we're going to trim the zipper's length. So this is where you can use any size pouch you want as long as your zipper is longer. I just lay my zipper on the pouch. We've got our edge lining up here. And then I'll take about 1/2 inch and just cut my zipper bottom off. And then I'm going to go press this piece and then sew it on to this end of the zipper. Before I sew this, actually, I wanted to show you. When I sew my zipper into the tab, I only sew it to the edge of the folded fabric. And again, I leave this space empty. So when I said empty, I also meant empty of zipper. So then when I fold it over, and then when this gets caught in the edge of the pouch, I'm not sewing zipper teeth, just 2 layers of fabric. Alright, so now we've sewn both zipper tabs on, and then I'm just going to take my scissors and trim them to the width of my zipper. Now I'm going to lay the zipper down across the top of the pouch so that you can really see how big it is in comparison. Alright, can you tell that it just doesn't quite reach the edge on both sides? It is going to get caught in the side seam allowance. So we're going to take this to the sewing machine and sew the zipper. When I sew the zippers on my sewing machine, I like to put the lining down on the bottom. Then you'll put your zipper face up on your lining. Alright, and then you'll put your outside right side down on your lining, and then we're going to sew this top seam. When I get towards the zipper, I'm going to pause, lift up my presser foot, and unzip my zipper past the presser foot, and then sew the rest of the way. So let me show you how that's done. All right, so here we are at the sewing machine. I've got my lining on the bottom. My zipper is face up on the lining, almost to the very edge, okay? And then I have my outer right sides down. I'm using my zipper foot on my sewing machine. I'm just gonna sew. I'm gonna back stitch a couple stitches on the edge. And then I'm just gonna sew my zipper all the way down, making sure I'm keeping it lined up as I go. Okay, so when I get near the zipper pull, I'm going to raise my zipper foot up a little higher. Then I'm just going to reach underneath and kind of wiggle it open past the presser foot. Put the presser foot down and then sew to the edge and back stitch a couple stitches. All right, I'm going to open my zipper pouch up and I'm just going to sew next to the zipper on the lining side to sew the zipper open. This will prevent your lining from getting caught in the zipper teeth. Right, there we go. So now you have one side of your pouch and lining sewn onto your zipper. We're just going to repeat this same process with the other pieces. So once again, you're going to put your lining face up. This time, I'm going to open my zipper all the way. And I'm just going to repeat the same thing. Zipper face up on the lining. And then fabric right sides together on the edge of the zipper. And I'm going to sew all the way down the zipper. And when I get to the zipper pull, I'm going to lift up my presser foot, pull my zipper closed a little bit, and then sew the rest. So let's take this to the sewing machine. All right, so I just pressed the right sides open with the fusible fleece. It gives a nice crease if you press it before sewing so that your pouch stays open. So here you can see we have two fronts sewn on the zipper and two linings sewn on the zipper. So now you're going to do right sides together for the front and the lining. And we're going to sew all the way around the perimeter, leaving about a 3-inch opening on the lining. Now don't forget to unzip your zipper so that your zipper pull is not in the way and that you can turn it right side out. And then let's take a quick look at how you're going to sew at the zipper tabs. So here you have your zipper tab. You have your outer and your lining. You're going to push the zipper tab portion towards the outer, okay? And then you're going to have your seams from the zipper sewing pointing towards the lining. And then you're going to sew, and you are going to catch that zipper tab in your sewing. So let's take this to the machine and sew it, and then I'll come back and give you another look. All right, now you can see we've sewn all the way around our pouch, right sides together, leaving an opening at the bottom. And you just want to double check at these zipper tabs that you sewed a tiny bit of the tab into the seam. I know this is super hard to see, but you can kind of see that tab right there. Okay, then if you'd like, I often trim this zipper area just a smidge. This is just to make your zipper not seem so bunchy on the corners. It'll give you a nice, neat corner. This one is already sewn pretty close, so not much to trim. All right, and then you're just gonna reach through your unsewn opening, your zipper that's unzipped, and turn your pouch right side out. And I always grab my zipper end and push it nice and neat on the corner to make sure that it looks how I want it to look before I sew my opening closed. That one looks good. Check this side. That looks good. So I'll finish stretching this out, and then you're just going to go back to your sewing machine, and you could hand sew this for a really neat finish, but I just sew mine on the sewing machine. And you're just going to tuck in your raw edges right along with your seam, and then sew on the top. I'll show you. So here you have your last seam. Sews your lining closed, and then you're just going to tuck your lining into your pouch. There we go. And there you have it, all finished, ready for gifting. I love to fill these up with a lip balm and maybe some chocolate, a hand cream, just a few little things to make someone feel special, and a little handmade gift goes a long way. So thanks for sewing with me, and have a great day.